Have you ever thought of the best way to overcome failure and major setbacks in life? If you think about it, what is failure in the first place? It's just the test from maybe the universe or maybe a higher power, trying to test your resiliency. It's trying to test your determination, your self-worth, how much you can tolerate defeat and keep going on. So it's just a simple way for you to be able to test how far you can handle a situation and if you really mean it. So that's simply it. And if you look around you, there are steps that you can overcome and be able to you can able to overcome and challenge any situation. It doesn't matter how bad it is. I know sometimes it's overwhelming and you feel like, man, you want to give up, or like you can't take it no more, or you feel like you're pretty much burned out. But nothing in life comes easy. I mean, think about it. Nothing in life, doesn't matter if it's a new job, or maybe you just had your first child. The beginnings are always good, but it comes a point where you be like, well, they didn't tell me about becoming a parent. The times you really think this, like, wow, nobody told me about this part. It's so hard. So everything comes with a challenge, and the question now is, what do you need to do to overcome this? That's the main issue. That's the main issue. So it's all about so first of all, let's see, when you're in the mindset of that setback, like you're in the midst of it, you'll be like, man, I can't take this, I can't move forward, everything is overwhelming. Like, what is happening in your brain? That's so when this is happening, that's the first, if you're able to think at this moment, what is happening in my brain when you're saying to yourself, oh, this is overwhelming, I can't take this no more. If you're able, that's why they say mindfulness is very important, because if you're mindful of your thoughts, a lot of things will be easy, very easy for you. Because if you can switch the time that you're thinking, or if they do an MRI in your brain and be able to see what the patterns are when you're doing this, you'll see that you're self-centered. At that moment, it doesn't matter what it is, you're self-centered, because you really can't control what really happens. Well, I said that wrong. You really can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you feel about it. So if at that moment you're thinking, oh, major setback, oh, I can't move no more, or all these things are happening, it's all, you're self-centered at that time. It's all about me. So I mean, at that very moment. Now, if you switch it to something else, that's why gratitude is always a way to get out of your own mindset, out of your own thinking. See, that's why people say gratitude, because it's the fastest way. But there's another way too. If you can just get out of your mindset and then focus on helping other people. See, that's why volunteering is always top of the list, because it helps you get out of yourself to somebody else. That's why companies, people that are dealing with customers, is always good, because if you can get out of your own pleasure, satisfaction, what you want, and transfer that energy to your customer, in turn get more business, you find that you feel better, more satisfied. It's not like you forget about the situation, but thinking about the situation, you feel you'll be able to handle it. Let's put it that way. So what are the things that you can do in order to attain this mindset, like this overcoming, I can do anything kind of mindset, instead of sitting there soaking in your failure or setback? So they're basically 5 steps. And step number 1, you want to reframe failure as learning, which it really is. I mean, think about it. Every failure comes with a seed. I didn't say an equivalent. It's a seed for something better. So I'm saying every failure comes with a seed of something better. Think about it. You have the ability for growth, gain, ability to improve, multiply. It's an opportunity for growth. So basically you have to channel that energy in the right way. Now, so the reason why they say it's a seed is because people can channel it in the wrong way. They might, do drugs, alcohol, gambling, too much involvement in sex and stuff like that, which is channeling the wrong way. So you want to use that energy and channel it towards an opportunity for growth. And how do you go about growth? You start with mindfulness, reading, working out, taking charge of your health, those kind of things. So, and then the second thing is you want to analyze objectively. Why do they say analyze objectively? Because if you're analyzing something with a negative mindset, like you're already down and you think, you're analyzing like, everything, you're just thinking about everything that went wrong without thinking you soak in the problem instead of thinking about the solution. That's why I say analyze everything objectively, like somebody, or like a bird, is what I'm saying, watching down, like somebody up there watching down, or like a spectator in a football game. So I'm saying, so you have to see objectively, not with emotion. So don't self-judge yourself. Think about the areas that you're good at, the areas that you can improve. And then the third thing is stay persistent and flexible. So what does that mean? So you want to look for a way to keep driving, even, and then this is the hard part, persistence. Like, it doesn't matter think about the most successful person that you know in life. Persistent is the main thing that they carry forward. Because you can have all this knowledge, but if you're not persistent, if you don't maintain determination while you're adapting a new approach as needed, then you have issues along the way. So think about these 5 steps. Know that the third one is the most difficult one, because 95 or 98% of people, if not even 99, give up along this line, because most people are not persistent enough. And then the fourth one is celebrate your progress. See, this is probably the easy one. Now, some people, if you ignore this step, you might find yourself going backwards. So you want to celebrate this. You want to call your friends, your family, or you want to go somewhere private. You're a private person, you can go somewhere private and just celebrate it, because you want to keep a lasting memory. Just like the failure had such an impact on you, you also want to have a lasting impact on your success. So if success comes, celebrate it, or do something that will always remind you that you did good. And then the last one now is to seek support. Now you've come this far. It doesn't matter where you are in life, there's somebody doing better. You don't want to go backwards. Life is always moving. So you want to seek support to keep moving forward. You don't want to have success, because most people have success and then they get tempted with all kinds of things, and then they wind up going backwards or even worse than they started. Get a support system, connect with a mentor, peer support group, gain perspective, and engage and good engagement, so that way you either stay on that level or you keep going up. You don't want to go backward, because most people they find themselves in a situation after success that they didn't plan for. They cannot handle the wealth or the gain that comes with it, and they mess themselves up. Listen, if you want to learn more about this kind of stuff, go ahead and click the link below, book a call with me, and I'll see you on the other page. Bye for now.